Now we have to get my headspace in the headspace to play a Souls-like. Yes, please. That's fine. I do not allow data collection. Go away. Time to play my birthday present. Wow. The loading takes a while. Not used to this long a wait normally anymore. Black Myth Wukong. Dong. It's a Nimbus. Let me know if it's too loud. Because it seems very loud to me. Nimbus! Touch loud, okay. When I can access the settings menu, I will lower the volume.
My master. Safe. The scriptures sound. All I ever wanted was a life in my mountain, free from you and your so-called merits. Those high above don't trust me. I understand that. And they send you and those knuckleheads to threaten me. To obey and serve once more. I understand that too. But what I don't understand is... you bastards killing my kind!
Stay back! Stupid dog. Marcus is not just any monkey.
Angie doggy.
He's a monkey of merit. A monkey was made Buddha once. None other than me can challenge him to a duel. Look, monkey. I don't make a habit of fighting someone I've bested before. Here's my offer. If you lose, I'll take you to the Celestial Court. They will stay and level your mountain. But if I lose, I shall certainly take revenge, and they will level your mountain nonetheless. How tragic would that be, huh? You are one of the court. We don't need to resort to violence. How about you bend the knees, admit the wrongs, and we can put this behind us.
All these years, except for that pig, you're the one who talks the tallest tales. Good, I am entertained. Speaking of entertainment, wouldn't it be fun if I pluck your extra eye out for my snack and allow you to keep the other two? Because I'd hate to let you miss how I'll slaughter each mongrel of the court. Those below, those above, and that black mutt of yours. Come in, all of you.
They gave you many chances, yet you spurned each one. Such ingratitude.
Ow. I cannot at all see how this inspired Dragon Ball.
The victorious fighting Buddha. Have you any idea how many would give their everything for immortality?
Immortality? For that word, all realms and beings have ruined themselves.
The Celestial Court welcomes you, foul monkey, yet you remain untamed. None shall save you now.
I hate our character's
The
voice.
edge needs honing. Good. I was in need of a back scratcher.
foul monkey! Taste my axe!
Kiss my ass! No, your mountain.
Rat! You call that a duel? The glare up here is dazzling. Fight me in the woods if you have the guts.
How is Black Myth Wukong Fu? Thanks for everything, Jimmy Numa. That is not a reference I get, I'm afraid. Monkey with a stick.
And so ends the last tale of Sun Wukong.
No, that was quick.
A hero who treasured his freedom above all else. Buddhahood he attained, yes, but cumbersome he found the celestial rules, for he yearned to come back and to revel in the simple joys with us. Little did he know, his choice to forgo the life above only fueled their mistrust. This stone has stood for countless days on the mountain. Since my youth, they've said that his remains lie within it. Unbegotten, undying, such is the nature of a stone monkey. Though his body was broken, his spirit endures.
Thank you,
Into 6
Monkey
relics he
Attenborough.
turned, and separately they escaped, choosing to stay hidden. Those are the 6 senses of the great sage. Yet no one has ever seen them.
Oh, is that who we're gonna be?
I'm old now. Venture through all the lands I cannot. Yet among you, there might be one who is destined. One that shall recover all his scattered relics. And upon the return of the relics to Mount Tuaguo, he may yet rise again.
Do you see the inspiration for it now? For Dragon Ball Now? You have to gather the 6 relics of the Great Sage, the 7 Dragon Balls, and unite them all. Or 13 Dragon Balls, or however many Dragon Balls there are. Unite them all. And you will resurrect Son Wukong, was it? Son Goku, Son Wukong, and you can summon Shenron and resurrect whoever you like.
Nowhere better than home. Reach death and ever grow. Here
You see, what bliss my fate
Well,
shows.
luck's around the corner. Seems like you just fell from a fruit tree
Yes,
here.
perfect timing. This Peach knew I needed a snack. You sneaky rascal! Dare to fool me? I'll make sure you regret it!
Lesser Yaoguais. Wolf Scout. Immaculate skills, the wolf's lone aim, no price too high, his heart aflame, yet wayward efforts brought no gain, a futile vision, all in vain. Among the wolf guys there was a young one, ambitious and always seeking the rapid progress on the path of Tao. However, his time spent practicing was short and his skills remained shallow. He couldn't yet grasp the deeper techniques of his clan, leaving him impatient. One day during his routine patrol he carried a cask of fine wine. As he passed the mountain gate, he encountered the gatekeeper, Bulgard, who had a weakness for liquor. Eager to learn, the young wolf shared the wine with Bulgard and seized the opportunity to inquire about secret techniques. Partaking in the wine, feeling compelled, Bulgard taught him a few tricks. Rejoicing, the young wolf hurried home to practice. There's a movie with John Leguizamo and Wesley Snipes and possibly Patrick Swayze in drag called Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. Oh, I see. You learn something new. Wolf sworn sword, meagre of wit, wrapped in white attire. In sludge they crawl, yet yearn for higher. Bent to power, king's favour they seek, where even lowly fowls may peek. A white-robed wolf guy patrolling the hills seized a sword from a traveller. Jewels studded its scabbard, its blade sharp and bright. Coveting it, he strapped the sword to his side, revelling in its splendour. Yet when it was time to give tribute, he hid it away. The other guys chided, without offering such treasures to the king, how will you earn his favour? Or do you fancy patrolling forever? The wolf guy scoffed. Such treasures we cherish, the king barely notices. You offer scrap metal and dream of favour? You are fools. They dismissed his words, and seeing them as mere excuses to shirk his duty while they toiled on, the wolf guy indulged in peaches and drank wherever he could lay hands on them, keeping the very best for himself. The others knew his punishment would come and waited. One day the Black Wind King held a lecture on Buddhism in the mountains, speaking of enlightenment and revival. His guardians spread paper talismans, and all were commanded to consume them before the chanting and prayers. Hours later the king inquired about their enlightenment. A pause fell. Then the white-robed wolf guy stood, and there emerged others one by one. The next day a decree was issued to the guardians. The wolf guy was promoted to a minor captain. All the other guys, puzzled, whispered among themselves. How had the wolf guy not only escaped punishment, but found himself rewarded? No, there was more there. The young wolf hurried home to practice. 2 months passed. Having found little benefit in those teachings, he contemplated giving up. Recalling his previous success in bartering wine for knowledge, he retrieved a small golden statue and approached the snake patroller. Persuaded by gold, the greedy creature shared some techniques with him. Back at home, the young wolf practiced as instructed. Another month passed, yet his gains remained minimal. Undeterred, he repeated his tactics with the other guys, exchanging valuables for teachings. Over time, he visited everyone in the mountain, amassing a repertoire of techniques. Yet despite practicing one today and another the next, he made no progress. Eventually, a compassionate elder wolf offered guidance. Yet the young wolf conversely started lecturing the kind old wolf of his strange mastery, leaving him speechless. From that point on, no one in the clan was willing to teach him. Clip without the space. Do it. Do it, you coward. I'm not sure I want to be reading all of those every time. It's gonna get old, I think.
The times you come around, you're still as mischievous as ever, eh?
It feels like he's moving through fucking treacle, bro. Or you could just, do L3. As does all the lore in Souls-like game. Nah, that's huge. That's like ridiculous. I disagree. Those stories are a lot. To read them out is a lot. Ow. That's what I meant. I know what you meant. But Souls games, like Souls games, their descriptions are like a couple of paragraphs. Like this is. It's cool that they're including these stories. And I would read them maybe in my own time if I was playing this by myself, but my fucking throat will die if I keep reading all these. Neither sky cares nor earth will hold. By liquor's laugh, bold spirits unfold. In drunken dreams, a cosmos wide. Wake with worries cast aside. We'll read the rhymes. We'll read the rhymes. And for there's only 14. Okay, if there's not too many, then I will read them. 3 out of 14, and then there's chiefs and kings and shit, so yeah, okay, I will. Rare was the revelry for the minor guise who patrolled the mountain paths, their delights not granted, but taken in human guise, thieving sustenance from unsuspecting townsfolk. The charade proved fleeting, for the villagers grew wise to their deceit, and the guise, oft caught mid-bite, were met with the town's rugged justice, deterring their mischief. Among them was a wolf guy with a penchant for drinking, who, on a day of indolence, lay beneath an ancient tree. Suddenly an elder wolf, cloaked in feathers of a crane, appeared to him, asking, "Why forsake your patrol for idleness?" The wolf guy sighed. "I long for drink, but the townsfolk see through me. I'm left to quench my thirst only in my dreams." The elder chuckled as he whispered a secret. "Seek the shrine. Conceal yourself behind the curtains, and the sacred spirit's liquor shall be yours to drink." Then, with a shift of form, he vanished. Wavering in doubt, the wolf guy transformed and hurried to the town shrine. There, veiled behind curtains, a sacred effigy stood, its origins unknown, the altar laden with delectable offerings and fine spirits. As advised, he nestled himself between the curtains, indulging in the liquor, till his belches betrayed him to the gathering crowd in the shrine. Trapped between the curtains, the wolf guy listened as a voice rang out. "The wine jar I offered is empty. Our tributes were received." A chorus of prayers erupted, beseeching favour from the immortals. From that day forth, folks from miles around flocked to the shrine, affording the demon endless drink. But as days passed, the once delightful treat turned bitter, and those prayers, be them piteous or greedy, weighed heavily upon him with helplessness. One day, unable to endure the bitterness any longer, the wolf guy burst from behind the curtains, hoisting the jar and smashing it on the altar amidst the screams of onlookers. With a deafening crash, he suddenly awoke beneath the tree. No shrine, no incense, no crowd around. With a tired sigh, he took up his axe and set off to patrol the mountains once more. What is the most UK food dish? Probably roast dinner. I would say either a roast dinner or like shepherd's pie. Those would be my suggestions.
What you waiting for? Pluck your hair and make an offer.
Some may disagree with me. Pretty.
Hey, wait! I, the
keeper of Black Wind Mountain have long been waiting for your arrival. Ah, his spitting image, I'd say. Up ahead is Guan Yin Temple. Once it was bustling with worshippers, before it was ruined by that fire. Then the temple was rebuilt. Oh, what good is it to rebuild a temple if the goodwill of men has been burnt to ashes? You've forgotten this place, but they haven't forgotten you. Oh, it's a tough one. Good luck to you.
They're gonna be like armors and shit, and I don't like getting like powerful armors at the beginning of the fucking game, man. Of course, you can also interchange shepherd's pie with cottage pie. The only difference is rather than lamb mince, you're using beef mince. A wolf soldier. Sun-swept hills they guard and tread, from glint of steel, their daily bread. Far flung from their native land, at nights, for home, their souls shall stand. Ever since the Black Bear Gwai returned from Guan Yin and crowned himself king, he boasted of the arts he had learned. Tales of his newfound method of practice and power of revival allured many a Gwai to the Black Wind Mountain. Seeking the king's favour, these minions toiled with abandon. Among them, a wolf Gwai worked with tireless zeal. He rose before dawn, patrolled the mountains, and continued well into the night. All of the treasures he found were first laid at the king's feet. His life was one of labour, and yet without a moment to make friends. Despite his dedication, his presence barely stirred a whisper among the others, and his name was seldom uttered. His brother, seeing such unacknowledged dedication, spent his savings for a seat in the king's lecture. The wolf Gwai sat there, heavy with regret for the silver he had squandered, both on the journey here and the seat at the lecture, that could have been used to buy himself a shield or blade. Had I a new blade, he mused, glory could have been mine. As he pondered this, golden-clad guardians scattered paper talismans before him. Commanded to consume them, they then chanted in meditation for hours, until the king sought signs of enlightenment. The white-robed wolf Gwai stood first, claiming a further within and clarity of mind. The diligent wolf Gwai thought to himself, sweating fervently in a crowd is no marvel. Achieving clarity after chanting is no miracle. Just as he was lost in thought, the Cyan bull Gwai rose next, followed by others. The diligent wolf Gwai stayed seated, unsure until the king gestured for them all to sit down. Later treasures were doled out. The bull Gwai received a golden pill, the white-robed wolf Gwai a title. But the diligent one kept his old shield and dull blade, patrolling the mountain still. Only from then on, he did it all under the white-robed one's whims, ever obedient. Okay. Forest of Wolves. Sparks, +1. Can we change... Because I'm feeling like this is slow as shit. You get me? Like, watching that wolf move then, he looked really slow and weird. Just the guy just looked a bit stuttery from a distance. Is he an enemy? Skanda of form. Croaky. In pools they dwell, forms unrefined, ugly and cold, voices entwined, bellies swell with a raucous tune, in death they burst an angry boom. Two frog-wives practised in the marshes. The smaller frog was often bullied, yet the bigger one always stood up for him. Soon they forged a strong friendship. One day, amid a contest held by Borli Gur Lang, to appointed sergeant among all the frogs, turmoil stirred and rippled through the ranks. Finally the choice was narrowed down to the two, the brawny big frog and the quick-witted small frog. Though the other frogs were discontented, they dared not voice their dissent. The two then were assigned to guard the dwelling of Borli Gur Lang. On their duty, a valuable amber glass was found broken. Unable to identify the culprit, all the frogs began clamouring for punishment against the two instead. The big frog attempted to reason with them, but got antagonised by their words, and soon escalated the argument into a brawl. The frogs interpreted this as his reaction out of embarrassment, hence evidence of his guilt. The small frog, meanwhile, remained silent beside them. Seeing this, the big frog chided him for not speaking up in his defence, and even began to suspect his smaller companion. Hesitated for a while, the small frog then admitted to breaking the glass. However, the other frogs dismissed his confession, arguing that one of them had committed premeditated vandalisation, while the other had neglected his duty, and both deserved punishment by death. The small frog grew anxious and could not help but engage in the argument. As their voice grew louder and louder, their bellies inflated larger and larger, until some of them finally burst, splattering blood and flesh all over the place, leaving none unsoiled. Man shrinks at odor, but smiles at beauty. Once hidden inside the Buddha's head, this treasure has a secret yet to be revealed. Ooh. Heartbreaking story. Crow diviner. He knows the world's fate through divination, yet cannot secure. He knows the world's fate through divination, yet cannot secure his own salvation. In what he thought was a place of peace, fate's tangled threads never cease. That reminded me of fucking Team Rocket, bro. What do they say? I can't remember what they say. But it had that fucking cadence to it. Jesse James. It is said that the crows gathering in temples have listened to sutras and teachings every day, developed a spiritual nature, and could predict fortune and misfortune. Thus, some fortune tellers who called themselves crow diviners liked to set up stalls in front of temples, using crows to pick fortune sticks for divination. They always lit sandalwood incense, which symbolizes the temple, at their stalls, and claimed that their crows were the spiritually enlightened ones from the temple. One such crow diviner had a crow he had raised from a chick, which could communicate with him using specially made fortune sticks. Every day he sent the crow to various parts of the city to observe the people's lives. Was it to protect the world from devastation, to unite all peoples within our nation? Something. The ideals of truth and love. Something, the stars above. Something like that. It's been so long since I've watched it. When clients came to seek fortunes, he would use the fortune sticks to inquire about information from the crows. He mixed this information with his understanding of human affairs, weaving prophecies that were half true, which often managed to deceive. One day an official came seeking a fortune, offering a large sum of money. The crow diviner told him that his official career would be prosperous and that he would reach a high position. Unexpectedly, the official not only failed to get promoted that year, but was demoted instead. Enraged, the official brought his household servants to demand an explanation. The crow diviner used the information gathered by the crows to explain that the official had not spent enough money on temple renovation, which magically convinced him. The official, deeply believing in his abilities, even introduced the crow diviner to his colleagues. The crow diviner amassed a considerable fortune through this, but he knew too many secrets of the officials and feared for his life. He decided to change his career. One day he attempted to drive all the crows away, but they refused to leave. The crow diviner tried various means to get rid of them, but the crows, unable to endure his mistreats any longer, attacked and pecked him to death. Afterward, the crows transformed into human forms, donned the attire of fortune tellers, and continued to sell fortunes around the temple, deceiving people as the crow diviner had done. Hi! Okay, we're gonna go back to the shrine, I think, and rest, and then we will confront Big Boy there. Do the enemies respawn? Yes. But the crow diviner is gone. I had that covered, bro.
It's been a while, but the immobilize spell still works like a charm.
He's gonna run out and he's gonna get crushed.
It won't hurt to teach you a handy trick. Now, here we go. Give me your hand.
Immobilize spells. A simple hand gesture can bind the enemy in place.
There you go. Should you come across any miscreants, just point your finger at them and release this spell. You'll be able to hold them in place while giving yourself a breather. Sadly, mine is but a humble trick. Its power will wear off within a few short moments. Though it's good enough against boneheads like this one. Anyway, just consider it an ace up your sleeve. No! The young boys these days know no.
Well, we saw that one coming, didn't we?
With your new spell.
Come on, you pussy. Can we taunt? Bullguard. Majestic of height, he looms with might, in heavy armour, ready to fight. His eyes a fearsome, vacant lot, a sage or fool, we know not. Being the gatekeeper of the mountain was a thankless task indeed. For more than a century, Bullguard stood watch, never once climbing the ranks. Yet he voiced no grievances, for his devotion to the king was his sole concern, and the king's pills his only desire. He treasured those pills within a lacquered box of pearwood lined with silk. Each time he partook of them, he performed a ritual, a process of cleansing, rinsing, and offering to incense the universe, thanking it for its gifts. Many a lesser Gwai had tasted the king's rewards, but none with such reverence as the Bullguard. One day a curious Gwai inquired, "How do you maintain such vigour despite the toils of this job?" With earnest simplicity, Bullguard replied, "It is the king's pill that fuels me. Take more and you shall be as I am." The Gwai confessed, "We've partaken our share, yet felt nothing. Mayhaps the king's gifts to you are finer." Bullguard was aghast. "From the same hand we are served. How could there be a mine and yours?" The Gwai, still sceptical, insisted on an exchange of pills. Soon after, the Gwai felt no change, while Bullguard remained as robust as ever. Some say a fool's luck, but perhaps it isn't a lack of wit that's compensated, but the power drawn from blind devotion. You'll be doing that. Been doing that, bro. Okay, so we can't hurt the rabbits. Oh, there is. Lotus. Jade lotus, in fact. Ooh. I will indeed meditate. I keep thinking that fucking gourd he's got on his hips a fucking baboon ass. It's pretty. Oh, I see. Oh. That's pretty cool. No, we should probably rest.
Hey, wait! You don't think you can just parade in, do you? It's not that simple. Let me transform you into a golden cicada, so you may follow the fires ahead and scout this mountain unnoticed. Fly! It might be humble, but my shrine is very versatile. You'll get it soon. In the depths of Black Mountain, there are secrets galore. The cicada form, they help you explore. But beware, this form does not last forever. Should you find yourself lost, just follow my voice. Now, off you go.
Human. Damn it. I don't know how I feel about this yet. A Ginsengling. Inherent gifts in these mystical sprouts reside, walking forth from the earth, spirits untied. Roots serve as limbs, nourishing body and mind. Beware, excessive gathering brings hardships unkind. It was written in ancient records that consuming ginseng could bestow longevity, leading many to develop a fervent passion for devouring this precious tuber, especially aged ones. However, some scholars dismissed this notion, viewing ginseng as both a tonic and a poison. Its elevated status stemmed from its humanoid appearance, they said. Nonetheless, those who made their living by harvesting ginseng always found eager buyers. Deep within the valley, the younglings of ginseng shoots trembled with fear at the unmistakable sound of footsteps. It was the dreaded rhythm of the ginseng harvester's mountain shoes, crushing the thick layers of decaying leaves and rocky earth, and with every eerie resonance the siblings of the ginseng plants vanished, disappearing one by one. Only the tiniest survivors managed to evade this grim fate, their diminutive size providing a fleeting reprieve. Yet even they bore the mark of fate, a crimson thread marking them and restraining them. Who knew when the harvesters would return to dig them up once they grew into their full potential? Time raced by, swift and unyielding, and on that day the familiar footsteps resurfaced. With the years that had passed, it was likely the offspring of harvesters who were generations younger than those who came before. Then, a quickened pace, a sense of anticipation. The crimson threads had surely been spotted. But oh, what ill fortune! As the ginseng harvester reached for the thread, it led him to a grim sight, the entwined remains of a skeleton. A curse gathered on the tip of his tongue, but before he could spit it out, the ground behind him rumbled with the sound of scattered dirt. He turned his head. The shifting soil unleashed a monstrous creature, towering and menacing. Fear gripped the harvester, urging him to flee, his frantic screams piercing the air, shouting of man-devouring wise. Oh, and the wolf stalwart, was it? No, I'm sure we read about him. Yeah. And that would lead to there. Okay. So this leads me past the human? There's the human. Ah. You've got to try and take on the human. So he isn't a human, is what we're saying. A bandit chief, oh maybe he is. From humble start to seek revenge's claim, paths may differ, yet burn with the same flame. In bygone days there lived a youth in the town, the son of a martial arts master. His father's fondness for drink led to a foolish act that landed the old man in jail, leaving only the youth and his mother struggling to survive. As their situation grew dire, the young man took on any work to make ends meet. The villagers praised him for caring for his mother, deeming him a dutiful son. In an unlucky year of crop failure, the mother and son set out to seek refuge with relatives. Along the way, a gang of bandits emerged. Eyes fierce, faces scarred, they brandished their blades, demanding nothing but gold. The mother and son, destitute, resorted to begging for mercy, but the bandits showed no mercy and were intent on killing them. The young man, believing their death was imminent, seized a bandit's knife. With a resolute heart, he ended his own mother's life and pledged himself to the bandits. And so he joined their ranks. News of the incident spread and people condemned him as a coward, truly a cursed son. Years passed. One day the entire gang of bandits was wiped out, leaving no trace. Some said a hero had come to rid the land of evil and uphold justice. Others claimed a Gwai had emerged in the mountains, bringing a long-delayed reckoning. Debates raged on, but eventually the topic faded from memory. One day a man covered in blood stumbled down from the mountains, recounting an encounter with a towering bandit, neither human nor Gwai, wielding a massive blade to rob the roads. His face bore an uncanny resemblance to that cursed youth, yet he spoke of freeing humanity from its burdens. Is the snow? Looks like snow's still coming down. Crazy. A wolf archer. A master archer none can compare, timid when danger fills the air. Never brave when faced with fear, escape his choice, he stays clear. The Black Wind King hosted a banquet in the temple to celebrate his birthday, and all the Yao Guais attended. During the feast, the king hung a lucky ornament on a tree branch, declaring that anyone who could shoot it would receive a rare fortifying golden pill as the reward. The Yao Guais were eager to try, but the fierce wind hampered all their attempts. Among the guests was an old wolf, known for his remarkable archery skills. He was cautious, unassuming, and kept to himself in a corner, nursing his drink. A few eager Yao Guais asked him to try, and though he declined, they persisted with their teasing until he reluctantly agreed. Slowly the wizened old wolf stood up and moved to the position. Some youngsters laughed at him, deeming him incapable. Unperturbed, he calmly strung his bow, let loose an arrow, and struck the target dead center, causing a commotion among the crowd. The old wolf received the reward, and admiration followed suit as others toasted him. Among them was a youngster who commented on the bolus intoxicated. "How generous our king is," he remarked. "Far better than that Ling Shuzi, who was good at making pills but never shared them with his underlings. What a tightwad!" The youngster's words cast a shadow across the old wolf's face, and he silently took his leave. "He had roamed the mountain with Ling Shuzi long before our king's reign. Yet you judged his deceased former master in front of him. Loyal as he is, you are in trouble now," warned an elder Gwai. However, the young Gwai shrugged off his warning. The next day the old wolf returned the golden pill to the king, citing its value too high to possess by an archer. Hearing the news, the other Yao Guais urged the young one to apologize and seek forgiveness, but he remained defiant. Within a few days, while venturing outside, the youngster was killed by several arrows, each piercing his heart. Many said that even the golden pill couldn't save the youngster from his fate. Oh my. Oh my.
Another monkey, I see. Why don't you lay down your weapon and join me in Buddha's mercy? What say you?
Oh. Ow. 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 Oh, he got me. He got me. He got me. He seems tougher than before. See what this guy's about. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, I think he might be harder than the other guy. Okay, okay. Ah, okay. Maybe I just didn't charge it fully last time. This one is hard at its work. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. Pay no attention to the monkey behind you. Yeah, maybe we should kill these guys first. Maybe we should learn. That seems like cheating, bro. Get out of there. Get out of there. Whoa, shit. Maybe try the Wolfman again. I don't think it teaches you very well. Would be my first kind of correction. No, bro. Whoa. Oh. Oh, for God's sake. No, bro. No. No. Don't kill me with fire! Stamina! Frustrating. Yeah, I know. Why are you just telling me that now? Like in-game rather than... Okay.
Do it.
Fight the baby again. No! No! I'm gonna kill the Wolfman first, and then we will fight the baby again. Oh, fuck it, we're here. Does he go automatically act like he... Oh, he does aggro. Ow.
Do it.
What the fuck, bro? How am I meant to dodge his fucking force push? Bro's a fucking demon baby Jedi. I did it, Matt. I did it. Kick my ass. Gosh, the delay. No fucking shot, bro. Whoa, not seen that before. Oh, there we go. No shot, bro. This fight is Hydrogen Bomb versus Monkey with a Stick, yeah, basically. Well, we're gonna get him though. Fucking not if you're getting fucking hit by that guy though. You loser. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! No! For fuck's sake! It was all going well until it wasn't. The snow's still slightly coming, but I think it's basically stopped now. for God's sake, bro. Oh, piss off. No, bro. Don't you fucking laugh at me, you piece of shit. Wow. Oh, you fucking bitch. You fucking prick. No shot, bro. Well. 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 That's such horse shit, bro. We knocked him out of it last time, so what the f... Apparently it's just not consistent. And it was with a normal attack that we knocked him out of it, so... I don't know, man. Dead. Blast off, bro. Was trying to heal. So now we can't knock him out of that move whatsoever. I need to understand the rules, please. Please and thank you. No fucking shot. What the fuck? I'm gonna fight the other guy. This guy's just annoying. Maybe after fighting the other guy I'll get more of a tutorial on stances and enemies and shit. That'd be nice. No shot, bro. Oh my god. Got him.
Master spoke of you, the destined one.
That's me. Guangxi. To prove his worth, he gave sinister advice, yet reaped the bitter fruits of his own vice. Though justice remains silent, it never sleeps, and when it strikes, no one escapes its reach. In his youth, Guangxi was not a monk, but a little wolf guai who yearned to be human. He often took human shape to play in town, but the people always saw through him and chased him away. When he asked the other Yao Guais why, they explained, "You may look like them, but you don't act like them. That's why they know. If you want to learn to be human, go live among them. Spend time with them to learn their ways and manners." He took this advice to heart and begged his master to grant this wish. His master, old Ling Zhizu, who was close to the Black Bear Guai in the mountain, agreed. The Black Bear Guai transformed the pup into a little monk and sent him to study under Elder Jinchi, an old friend. At first, the fellow monks disliked him. They played tricks on him and he always fell for it. Slow and gullible as he was, Jinchi named him Guangxi, the Great Wisdom, hoping he would grow clever and sharp. So his fellow monks couldn't bully him. With Jinchi's care and teaching, Guangxi learned to read, write, and abide by the monastic rules. Gradually, he assimilated into their ranks. One day, 2 monks arrived at the temple. One had a fair, devout countenance, the other had a face covered in fur. He possessed a wondrous treasure, the Kasaya of Eversparks. Jinchi had never seen anything like it before and longed for it desperately. Hoping to repay Jinchi's teachings and nurturing, Guangxi devised a plan to acquire it for him. Guangxi never imagined his mistake would ignite red tides of flames that engulfed the temple he called home. Afterward, Jinchi took his own life and Ling Juzi fell to the Jingu Bang. Even the Black Bear Guai surrendered and was taken by Guan Yin. Guangxi saw how many had suffered for his sake and knew he had failed utterly at being human. He shed his monk robes and retreated to the mountains, repenting with Jinchi's teachings. In his years of practice in the mountains, he forged a new weapon, inspired by the raging flames he saw that night. He named it the Red Tides. Even to this day, after numerous years, he continues to hear a persistent call echoing through the mountains. Guangxi! Guangxi! Who could it be that keeps calling him? As the feral flurry intensifies, with each first thrust the flames do rise, transform into a wolf guai and inflict scorch bane on the enemy with each attack. Weapons and valuables cherished by Yao Guais often carry lingering obsessions from their deceased owners. Collecting them grants the ability to briefly take on their forms in combat. Each transformation has its own strengths, making them worth experimenting with. Transformations continuously consume might and require a full gauge to initiate. Using spells during transformation further depletes might, and once it is fully depleted, detransformation occurs automatically. Subsequently, might will gradually recover. Well, let's ring that bell. Hello, Faniel. Welcome back. Boom.
You just had to make some noise, did you? Now everyone knows you're here. When a chime so grand echoes in the forest, Yao Guais will surely be alarmed.
Oh no. You're going to have to go rest and then try and take him on again. How goes the Monkey Man game? I don't know yet. I don't know how I feel about it. It's not very well tutorialized at all. I can tell you that much. It's not doing well at teaching you shit. Combat's fun, but because I don't know enough about it yet, it's frustrating. And this fucking baby thing's pissing me off. No, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Thank you for killing that other guy. Ow. No, fucking dodge, bro. No. Yes! You fat fucking baby shit! Oh, that makes sense. He is a big baby. Blood of the Iron Bull. Oh, maybe we weren't meant to beat him yet. Thank you, thank you. Cat's eye beads. Increases critical hit chance. Yeah, he kicked my ass several times. We'll just carry on. I can't be asked to go back to the shrine. If we die, we die. If he dies, he dies. You're telling me I can't jump up there? What is this? Oh, yeah, we can. Give me that health, baby. And he was a... Oh, no, it's a wolf. The wolf sentinel. With his axe as both weapon and cane, his brows bushy, his hair white as snow, who claims the twilight years are in vain, for learning late can still make one grow. Long ago the wolf sentinels were the personal guards of old Ling Juzi. They were masters of the long-hafted axe, and their name was spoken in awe among the Yaoguais. When the Black Wind King returned from Guanyin and rebuilt the garrison in the mountain, he took in many wolf guais who had wandered here from Shituo Ridge. This angered the wolf guais native to Blackwind Mountain. To appease them, the Black Bear Guai pledged to revive old Ling Shuzi. The wolf guais then had no choice but to endure in silence. Yet mere days after the awakening, the old wolf vanished, and no one had seen him since. Upon learning of this, the Black Bear did not look into the matter, but allowed a senior grey wolf guai from the kingdom of Shituo to take old Ling Shuzi's seat, and even his name. This roused the local wolf guais to fury and launched protest after protest. To their surprise, the wolf sentinels at the Black Bear Guai's behest seized the lesser guais who led the unrest. The new Ling Shuzi flew into a rage at these guais, threatening to devour them whole. They were spared this fate only by the timely arrival of Guangji, the Fireblade Wolf. Thereafter, under the new Ling Shuzi's command, the wolf sentinels led every patrol of lesser guais on the mountain. Never did anyone ever dare rise against Ling Shuzi again. So there. Guanyin Temple.
Keep quiet. You don't want to set off that beast. In the backyard is Black Wind Guai's ally. Calls itself Ling Shutsa. Considering your strength, I suggest you get away while you can, little monkey.
Craft armor. The Pilgrim's Headband allows the gourd using the gourd while sprinting. That's pretty good. The Pilgrim's Garb increases sprint speed. Wearing the headband, scriptures pervade your mind. No need for recitation. Donning the garb, etiquette binds your form. No need for cultivation. Not only increases sprint speed. And then second bit, the last bit. When sprinting, each second moderately increases attack. This effect can stack up to 10 times or will cease upon stopping. He's a tiny piece of gold. Is there anything worthwhile? So when do we find the orange and blue outfit with the description? This feels odd yet familiar. It shouldn't belong here, but fits well. I wonder.
Once you pass that gate, there's no turning back.
Ling Juzi. Come at me, dickhead. Oh, he came at me. He came at me. No, fuck off. Oh, fuck me. No. No, don't you do me like that, you prick! Oh my god.
Now that it's dead, you might as well take a good look around.
That's cool, I do like that. But we won't wear it just yet.
Great pill, the Black Wukong gifted the wolf. Would be a deserving reward for that fight.
Yao Guai Kings, Ling Zhuzi. His grey fur speaks of fierce might, with blood-stained fangs that gleam in the night. Claws like soul reapers, tail swings death's song. Feigns Buddhist ways, but his bloodlust stays strong. The grey wolf Guai of the temples was once a refugee from the kingdom of Shituo. When Shituo was laid to ruin, the wolves fled, following the grey wolf on a long and weary road, until they found shelter under the banner of the Black Wind King. Unlike the old Ling Shuzi, who pursued immortality and detachment, the grey wolf cared nothing for the ways of deities and Buddha, nor for the empty promises of eternal life. Instead, his heart was set on mastering strength and skill. He honed his craft with iron claws and fangs until he could strip the very flesh from the bones of his foes. When the old Ling Shuzi vanished, Black Bear Guai saw fit to elevate the grey wolf to be the new master of the wolf Guais, giving him the name Ling Shuzi, and tasking him with guarding the Guanyin temple. The wolf Guais who came with the new Ling Shuzi from the kingdom of Shituo also rose in power and surpassed those who had served longer in the distribution of spoils and favours. The local wolf Guais had little affection for the new ways of the new Ling Shuzi, and after finding themselves thrust aside, bitterness took root in their hearts. In their shared sense of grievance, they found a new unity of purpose. Often they gathered in secret, comforting each other, sharing the old memories when the old master was in power, and quietly plotting against the new one. But Ling Shuzi was prepared. Under the pretense of a roll call, he gathered the local wolf Guais in the temple, and gave the signal to his loyal guards to seize the malcontents. The temple erupted into chaos. Ling Shuzi then leaped down from the roof, ready to devour all who dared to betray him. The Fireblade Wolf, hearing the commotion, rushed over and managed to hold Ling Shuzi off, and brought the minions time to flee to safety. When Black Wind King learned of this, he was ready to unleash punishment upon the rebellious wolf Guais, but the Snake Guai mediated, and peace was restored. Yet from that day forth, the local wolf Guais refused to tread even within the shadow of the walls of Guanyin Temple. Tiny piece of gold. It's a tiny piece of gold. Just go check around and make sure. Celestial Jade Lotus Pill. miraculous pill concocted by the god of longevity in the southernmost reaches of the land that massively increases maximum health. Okay, that was pretty big. Right, we'll go to the next shrine, and then I will call it there for the day. Oh, it's right there. So we're calling it there for the day now. I'm assuming that we do just have to sell this shit. Ooh. Okie dokie, that is us done for today.